Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to all the communities, participants, presenters, and also viewers. My name is Binti Harun. On behalf of the first author, Mr. Basran, and my co-authors, Andi, Juli, Rosnita, and Juliana from Politeknik Negeri Nunukan, would like to say thank you for the opportunity given to us to present the paper entitled Sweet Dodol Processing in UKM Cahaya Madinah Nunukan and Characteristics Products Produced in Nunukan Area. Indonesia is a nation with a vast ocean area, where 70% of its territory is covered with waters. In Indonesian waters, a variety of marine biota exists, including seaweed. In Indonesia, especially in North Kalimantan, seaweed is a vital fishery product, both as a source of income for fishermen or seaweed cultivators and as a foreign exchange source. Seaweed can be produced into various foods such as dodol, pudding, ice cream, and also sweets. Dodol is one of the traditional food belonging to the semi-moist food group and can be found in several Indonesian regions. It has a sweet and savory flavor and a soft consistency. Seaweed dodol is a diversification of processed seaweed. It is one of the processed varieties of seaweed made with Euphorma cottony seaweed as the primary component. So far, the harvested seaweed in the Nunukan Regency is only sold in dry form without having to think about the added value of seaweed, such as being produced into jelly, dodol, or so on. Therefore, one of the small and medium business sector in Nunukan community, namely UKM Cahaya Madinah, thinks that it is necessary to develop ways to produce this kind of raw seaweed into ready-to-eat processed seaweed. That's why the author thinks that that's why the author is interested to do the research on this topic. Seaweed can be used as the main ingredient for making agar-agar, carrageenan, and also alginate. The table shown in the PowerPoint shows that the scientific classification that exists in seaweed plant, namely the kingdom, division, class, order, and also family. Moreover, the morphology of seaweed is including filaments and chiffon. The use of seaweed in human life in everyday life, including lost weight, accelerates wound recovery, strengthens bones and teeth, and also increasing energy. The techniques to cultivate seaweed are seaweed breeding, sexual breeding, and also asexual reproduction. The habitat of seaweed is in coastal waters and on the seafloor. Therefore, seaweed can also grow in rocky, muddy, and sandy environments, on the surface of shells, wood, and shoals, and as epiphytes on other seaweed. The products that can be processed from seaweed are seaweed syrup, seaweed crackers, seaweed jelly candy, seaweed stick, and also seaweed dodol. The research was written based on the results of observations and on direct follow-up, which was carried out from 19 to 20 August 2020, located at UKM Cahaya Madinah, South Nunukan. The method of collecting the data are through observation and also documentation. Moreover, this research employs primary and secondary data. Tools and materials. There are several kinds of tools that used in this research, such as knife, basin, cutting board, and others, and also the materials used, of course, is seaweed and other kind of of materials used in the process of making the seaweed doodle. The process of making the seaweed. First, prepare the tools and materials used in making doodle. Second, weight the seaweed that has been soaked for 2 or 3 days, as much as 1 kilogram. 3. After washing, the seaweed is cut into small pieces to make it easier to blend. 4. Blend the seaweed that has been cut into pieces. Add water when it is blended. 5. Cook water and coconut milk until boiling and the blended seaweed is cooked until smooth. 6. During the cooking process, add salt, sugar, coloring to taste, and also vanilla. 7. After being cooked until smooth, the seaweed porridge is put into a baking dish and left to cool and thicken. After letting it rest, the dough is printed by cutting it into the desired size. Then, dough is dried in the sun for 3 until 4, depending on the weather. And last, after it dries, dough is packaged and then stored or marketed. The research conducted on dough this time used seaweed as the main ingredients by the ratio 1:1 between seaweed and sugar used, adding vanilla, salt, coloring, coconut milk, and water. Seaweed contains components such as chitin, alginates, and also polyphenols. The purpose of adding sugar is to making dodol is to give it a sweet taste and pleasing aroma as a preservative and to help the texture of dodol harden very quickly. Therefore, dodol printing has to be done very quickly. The things that need to be considered in making dodol so that the dodol produced is good are as follows, namely the quality of the essential ingredients and additional ingredients, the correct processing method, the proper drying process, the concentration of the ingredient used, and molding the dough is good to be desired. The conclusion of the research, so it can be said that based on the results of observations at Nike and Cahaya Madinah, it can be concluded that a good quality dodol has a texture that is soft enough, the outside is shiny due to the sugar coating or glazing, has a distinctive taste, and if it contains oil, it doesn't taste rancid. The process of making dodol starts with preparing tools and materials, then washing the seaweed, cutting, blending, cooking, printing, cutting roll, drying, and packaging. It is a processed product that is very popular because of its soft texture, attractive color, sweet taste, and distinctive aroma. The use of sugar in making seaweed dodol functions as a sweetener as well as a thickener as well and also as a preservative in dodol. The function of drying dodol is to preserve dodol so that it lasts longer, reduce the water content in dodol, and make the resulting dodol brighter and more attractive. Well, I think this is the end of the presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and have a good day everyone.